Okay, girls, the video is not completed on the YouTube. Just 1 minute is cut of it. The ending scene. So I'll continue it reading it from the book. So Cherdigov went to the general and he gave him this whole lecture to humiliate him, and he told him about that people are divided into classes, the upper class and the lower class, and those who humiliate and those who are humiliated by the upper class, and he was so angry. So the general said, What? What will he say? What do you want? So Cherdyakov, you expect Cherdyakov will say what? He will continue the lecture. But actually, no. He retreated. He said, I'll tell you what I want. Oh, I wanted to apologize again for sneezing on you. I was not sure. I made it clear. It was an accident, I assure you. The general stands and screams out, 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 idiot, fool, pickle, get out of my sight. I never want to see you again. If you ever cross my line of vision, I will have you exiled forever. What is your name? What is your name? Sherdyakov says, Sherdyakov. And it comes in a sneeze at the general's face because there is so it is like he's sneezing on what? On the general's face again. So this is the climax of the farce here. The comical climax here, that he sneezed again at the general's face. So what will the general do? The general, wiping himself, he wipes his face. You germ spreader, the germs spreader. You maggot, you insect, you are lower than an insect. You are the second cousin to a cockroach, the son-in-law of a bedbug. You are the nephew of a ringworm. You are nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. The general, at last, he got out of his mind. He started to yell at Cherdyakov to insult him. Now he is really insulting and humiliating him, but in a funny expressions. What are the funny expressions here? Germ spreader, insect, lower than an insect, second cousin to a cockroach. Second cousin to a cockroach. You know the cockroach, girls? You are the son-in-law of a bedbug. You are the nephew of the ringworm. You are nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Cherdyakov moves back away and returns home after he has been really humiliated. And the writer will tell us what happened. At that moment, something broke loose inside of Cherdyakov. He is really humiliated. Something too deep and vital, so organic, that the damage that was done seemed irreparable, cannot be repaired. Something drained from him that can only be described as the very life force itself. Cherdyakov takes off his coat, he sits on the sofa, head in hands. The matter was over, for once, for all, and forever. What happened next was quite simple. Cherdyakov lies back on the sofa. Ivan Ilyich Cherdyakov arrived at home, removed his coat, lay down on the sofa, and died. Cherdyakov dies at the end. Cherdyakov's head drops and his hand falls to the floor. And this is the end, because he has really been humiliated. So think, girls, you like the ending of the play or not? And this part illustrates a farce or not. It may have the elements of farce, because when General was humiliating Cherdyakov, he humiliated him in funny words, funny sentences. And the death of Cherdyakov, exaggeration. And we said in a farce we'll find exaggeration will find humorous dialogue. So the ending here reflects exaggeration. So exaggeration is part of a farce, and also humorous conversation or humorous dialogue. Okay, girls, so that's a farce. So, girls, when we go back to page 881, when we say that a farce, that there are things to be in the farce, which are the plot, exaggeration, behavior, and language, and the characters, physical comedy, the wordplay. So let's go back to page 886. Here we discussed now that in the conclusion of the story we see the farce in the death of Cherdyakov and in the dialogue between them and the way that the general humiliated Cherdyakov. But here they wrote for us that in the text analysis, the farce, when Cherdyakov was talking about his job and he said, my job has been blown away, like the achoo has been blown away. So it is referring to the sneeze. Okay? Another point, when Cherdyakov reminds the general that they met under explosive circumstances like the expulsion of the sneeze. Okay? In lines 222 and 223. Okay? Pun on the sneeze. Cherdyakov refers to the general as your kindship. In lines 238. Okay? An unintentional play on the words kindness and worship. And then we will see exaggeration. Cherdyakov exaggerates when he tells his wife that people of their own class love sneezing on each other. Lines 996. So please highlight all of these lines that I am reading for you, because these what support the main question or the text analysis, the farce. Okay, that because you have to learn the skill. What is the skill? To understand the farce. Okay, and then when he says to him, he insists that there was no political or antisocial motivation behind the sneeze. Lines 230, 231. Okay, girls? So we finished the story, finished the analysis. Your job will be to solve the comprehension questions, and we discuss it next period or the literature session, inshallah. See you soon, girls. Bye.